game as soon as Kim K files for divorce.
Okay, why would anyone want to protest us?
Yeah, it's not like we're part of the 1%.
You girls are totally the 1%ers of incredibly hot chicks.
Oh, thank you.
So, you girls want to get naked and join the movement? Totally occupied my tent here. Got plenty of room. What? Ladies, come on. Ugh.
Hey there, fantasy football fans!
Welcome to week 9 of Hot Tub Sleeper Picks.
Thanks for tuning in this week. And if you got a chance to check out our Halloween episode, thank you so much.
If not, make sure to check it out.
Alright, well, let's get started. My sleeper pick this week is Alex Smith, quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, if we all think back to the beginning of the season, was there anyone proclaiming that San Fran would be 6-1 right now? No. This team is playing their hearts out, and Smith is honestly the glue that is keeping together. This week, a trip to D.C. will pit Harbaugh's team against a fairly pissed Redskins. Right now, Shanny is drilling into his team that Frank Gore is the one to stop. Do that, and it's a victory. This is going to be a tougher game than most people expect, and I believe Smith is the guy that is going to lift the 49ers to victory when it is all said and done. Look for 250 yards passing, 2 or maybe 3 touchdowns, but expect at least 1 fumble. Even if everyone's focused on Gore, Smith still has small hands.
Small hands, like Carney size?
Google it.
Before I make my pick, let's head over to the bedroom.
Thanks, Barb. And thank you for stopping by the bedroom for the Stardom Sit-'em Slumber Party.
All right, I'm going to start us off with the guy you've got to bench this week, and that is New York Giants running back Ahmad Bradshaw. This week, the G-men head to New England where they get the pleasure of playing a Patriot team that just looked horrible against the Steelers' geriatric defense. You know Brady is going to throw all day and put points up on the board. By the way, this might be the week to play Ocho Cinco if you've been stashing him away. Okay, back to reality. If Brady throws a ton, then so will brother Eli, and the Pats' passing defense is the worst in the league. So, theoretically, why play Bradshaw when he should see but 10 carries all day? If you can, bench him. If not, well,
What?
I was gonna say, at least you don't have Chris Johnson.
Funny, because my start for this week is Chris Johnson, running back for the Tennessee Titans.
You're cray-cray.
Probably, but regardless, if you've been stuck with CJ2G, yeah, see I replaced the K, yeah, it means 1,000, regardless. Never mind. So this week, Johnson and the Titans face the surging Bengals. Yeah, Cincinnati could win this game, and honestly, they probably should. But in front of his hometown fans, Johnson should finally feel a little something and decide to break a tackle or two. He's only ever faced the Bengals once, his rookie year, and he had a great game. I think he'll have one this Sunday to the tune of 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. And if he doesn't, well, if you end up listening to our waiver wire this week, you'll be a happy camper.
All right, so back to the tub with you. Okay, so my sleeper pick this week is Oakland running back Michael Bush. This week, with Denver paying a visit and Run DMC still nursing a sprained foot, expect to see a healthy dose of Bush, while the Raiders look to get back on track as the cream of the AFC West crop. Coming off their bye week, everyone is going to expect to see the Carson Palmer show, and while he'll certainly have more of the playbook memorized, the reality is he's an weak-armed pocket passer that brings less to the table than Campbell did before him. Jackson has to have seen that in the practice by now, and so it's going to be all about the run. Even if McFadden is back, Bush should see enough carries to find the end zone. Expect 80 yards, if not more, and a single touchdown.
Now it's time for this week's injury nurse, Kyla.
Hey y'all, this week's injury report is all about the Cleveland Browns running game. Peyton Hillis has been hurt, which gave way to Montario Hardesty. And now he's hurt too, which means the Browns will probably end up starting Chris Agbenyanya? Yeah, you try to pronounce it. Unless they promote Armin Smith from the practice squad, the Cleveland running game is going to be worthless against Houston this week. That's going to translate to meaning the passing game will stink too. If you're even considering starting a Browns player this week, Think again. They should be firmly beaten by 5 minutes into the second quarter.
Seriously, I hope the Browns promote Armand Smith. I've been rooting for him ever since the preseason.
If only the world were fair and just.
Can I do my pick now?
Yeah.
Okay, finally. My sleeper pick this week is former Crimson Tide wide receiver Julio Jones, the first-year wideout for the Atlanta Falcons. At 4-3, the Falcons are sitting at third place in the NFC South, and really if they have any hopes of playoffs, they need to start playing like the team we all expected to see at the start of the season. This week they get Indy, and who better to build your confidence than the worst team in the league? Matty Ryan has been anything but ice thus far and could really use a solid day of catch with his receivers to find that zone again. And although Julio is coming off of an injury, expect him to be on the field for almost every offensive snap and expect Ryan to look his way most as the rookie, not Roddy White, is the key to playing deep into January. Oh, it's going to be 100 yards and a TD for Jones, which is why you've got to get him in your lineup.
And those are our picks.
But before you go, please make sure that you like our video. It's the only way that we know you care.
And don't forget to leave a comment as well. If it's the best one each week, you'll receive some Hot Tub Sleeper Pick swag in the mail.
Congrats to the Iron King 71 for your comment on our Week 7 show.
And congrats to 2 Mortgage Guys for your comment on our Halloween episode. You're right, it does take a lot of work.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking around. You know our must start this week is Chris Johnson of the Titans, but I want to also have you ready to pounce on Javon Ringer, his backup at the running back position. Everything Ringer has done this season is better than Johnson, and if I were Coach Munchak, I'd be feeling some pressure to ride the hot hand for the rest of the year. That hot hand will be Ringer, and if he's free, grab him.